Yeah.
And okay, and then what I'll do is I'll edit this also. So
Yeah.
unless I have to do anything with the video, I'll just put the raw video right out to our YouTube channel. And
Perfect.
it depending, it usually goes on TikTok as well. And then I'll edit to the audio, and then
Yeah.
that should be out to podcast this week.
Beautiful. You can tag me on TikTok if you want.
Okay,
Have I given you my handle there?
I don't think so. Go ahead.
No. Okay.
Okay.
So the handle is, I need to check this because I've only just changed my handle actually.
Okay.
It's We Are the Black Sheep. No,
Oh,
We Are
okay.
Black Sheep at
We are
We Are Black Sheep.
okay.
So yeah, I've got 575,000 followers there. So we want to
Whoa,
tag.
goodness
We want to tag
sakes.
that.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh,
awesome. I
that's
love that.
odd because
Beautiful.
mine is I am lone wolf.
Oh, really?
No, I'm joking.
You'll have to say that again when we tell people where to
Yeah.
find her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
are
yeah.
black sheep.
Yeah. That's
Because
amazing.
we are. We are the black sheep, right?
Right. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me get this live stream set up for here. And then this will just take a hot second. Okay. Okay, so it just takes me a minute to get this on here and then okay. And do you want me to introduce you um as Kristy Donaldson?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. Or just Kristy, it doesn't matter. Either or.
Okay.
I've recently gone back to my maiden name.
Oh, okay. Well, congratulations, I
Yes,
guess.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
You could just call me Jeff,
Okay.
Jen.
Yeah.
He puts his name on here with one F. He said the other one is silent and he doesn't think people say it.
No,
So, yeah.
Jeff,
Jeff. Right? When you say Jeff, you just say Jeff. No one goes, "Hey,
right?
Jeff."
Right.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful. And are you going to stream this live on your Facebook page, or is there a different one?
Yeah, so I have really two Facebook pages. So I have Jenny McKinney and then I have So Much Genergy. I don't know that it lets me tag. It always goes right to my Jenny McKinney page.
Yeah. Perfect.
And then usually I can add.
I can just share it from there when it
Oh,
goes
okay.
live. I'll share it.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Okay, so it's preparing, and then it takes a minute, and then it's always awkward when it catches.
God, I love your energy.
Thanks. It's a
Give
good
me
time. Oh,
some.
she's talking to you, Jeff.
Oh,
Okay, perfect. Okay,
I
here
love
we.
Jeff's energy too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's
Yeah.
got to bring the hat energy and the
Yeah.
mustache. Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
nobody else
I
bringing it?
actually I haven't got I've got a hat. I can put a hat on
Oh,
if you want a hat.
No,
oh, that's all right. Can't see, but Jen's probably got a mustache.
yeah, I did shave it today.
I like how
Yeah,
that's
so
I
coming
do
in.
I.
cleaned it
We've
up.
all got a
Yeah,
mustache.
It's coming in real
It's like
good.
psychic abilities. We all have one.
yeah.
Some of us acknowledge it, some of us don't.
Right? Oh my gosh. Good times. Okay, so we are live. Hey everybody, welcome back to So Much Genergy. It's me, Jenny McKinney, and I'm here with Jeff Jones.
Jen, thanks for having me.
Thanks
Thanks for
for
having me back.
yeah, having your back and your front and your hat.
I can't believe you had me here like 250 times.
I know.
Probably more. I'm probably not even right on that number.
I
Oh
know.
God.
Yeah, good times.
Feels like
It's like you're
500.
just showing up
It feels like
whenever we're here.
500.
All right. Awesome. So hey everybody, let's welcome give our warm welcome. Well, if you're hot flashing, I'm giving a warm welcome to our new friend Kristy Donaldson.
Hello.
And you are in Australia, is that correct?
Yeah, I am.
Yes.
I'm in good old down under.
right
Oh,
in the down
I
under.
think I actually said that with an Aussie accent. Down under.
You
down
did.
under.
I love
Nice.
it. I love it.
Nice. I just
That's
bought a boomerang this past weekend.
Oh, really?
I'm
Have
not
you?
even making that up. I just bought a boomerang. I almost bought a didgeridoo 2 weekends ago.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
double bonus for having Kristy, and he didn't even know you were going to be on here. I just told him
No.
today.
No, that's just
Yeah.
natural. That's
Yeah.
just
That
natural.
is.
It's kismet.
That is.
Kismet.
That is kismet.
Kismet. Yes. Yeah. He likes to kiss other things too, but well,
What
that's
the-
a different show.
I don't even know
Oh my
what
god,
that
we haven't
means.
began and I'm already in.
I don't even
Tears
know
of
what
laughter.
that
My
means.
mascara is already running.
Oh my gosh. So Kristy is she's a development coach of psychic abilities and the co-founder of the Black Sheep Collective.
Yeah.
Yes. I
That's
love
me.
that. Right. I love that. Did you feel like you were a black sheep when you were growing up?
Still do. Always
Oh,
have, always will. And I
always.
totally own it. I think, so many people say, "Oh, I'm the black sheep," and they say it with like the shame of hi. I'm like, totally own it. It's who you really are. You weren't born to fit in, and we've been
Yeah.
trying to fit ourselves in our whole life. You were born to stand out. So be that black sheep. Wear it proudly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I like to put glitter on my black sheepness.
Ah, love it. Love
Let-
it. A little bit of sparkle.
Let
Yeah.
that wool fly.
Right.
I love it.
Hey, if you
God,
feel
this
it,
is-
you feel it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Oh
That's
my
it.
gosh. This is so fun. Okay, so just to share some information too, okay, I'm all over the place. I'm so excited. We gotta calm
Get it together.
Let's take a breath.
I know. Calm
down.
down.
Woo! Yes.
It's your accent. I'll be honest. I feel like she's acting like this because it's your accent.
Yeah, that got me all hopped up. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. That is true. Is it Wednesday for you?
I have to look at the calendar.
Or
Yes,
Tuesday?
it is.
It is
Yes.
Wednesday
No, it's
for you.
Wednesday. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm in the
yes.
future. I'm in
Yes.
the future.
We should have her
Okay.
look at our lotto numbers. What's our lotto number?
Right?
She could probably give them to us anyway, right? With their little psychic abilities.
I don't know if it works like that, but we can
Second
try.
opinions.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's amazing. So and some of your information that you share from your podcast posting, you shared that most women who find you have been through a major life shift.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so on the other side of that, you say that they start feeling or sensing things that they can't fully explain or haven't experienced in a long time. So can you share a little bit about that and how do you help them get through that process?
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Good question. So most people that find their way to me have gone through something huge, like cataclysmic in their life, right? An ego death, essentially. So a betrayal, a death in the family, someone close to them, maybe a marriage breakdown, menopause, the kids left home, like all the things. Menopause is a huge portal for us to open up. Like it makes us feel again. Like when we didn't feel those hot flushes, they're designed to make us feel our bodies again.
Yeah.
We want to escape that, but there's no escaping it. It's the same with the senses. They sort of come through. So when we have, this ego death, we're feeling there's like usually this overwhelming sense of grief or loss or something inside of us that we can't run from and escape. Scrolling on your phone isn't going to take away the grief of losing someone close to you. So you literally are with that feeling, whether you like it or not. And when that starts to subside, because you've been in your body for so long, feeling those emotions, energy in motion is what emotions essentially are. You start to notice the other energy that's moving through your intuition, like all the things. And often go, yeah.
Oh, like when you say
Like-
you think a lot of those people that have come to you is after a major life shift or a major life change, what do you think actually happens? Is it that they become more aware, or do you think like something chemically between the brain and your thoughts is it something
I
I
think
don't know.
from my experience, what it is initially it's the shift that happens. There's something big in their life. They start feeling again, and they haven't felt for a long time, or they've pushed these things down, and then all of a sudden everything is just there. But they lose an identity, right? This is that ego death. So, if you go through a divorce, you're not the wife anymore. So that falls off. So the kids leave home, you're not I mean, you're still a mum, but who are you caring for now, right?
Right. Yeah.
And there's like a void. So it's like there's space all of a sudden. And this is where, when there's space, stuff grows or stuff rises to the surface. And this is that part of them that's rising. It's like, who am I without this mask? Like maybe they're not asking that question, but essentially most people are saying, what's my purpose? I feel lost, right?
Right.
And it's
And
in
it's
that lostness that they find themselves again.
Do
that,
you,
or even kind
oh,
of
I'm sorry.
redefine or
Totally.
define, I'd say redefining themselves, but
Yeah.
defining themselves because, and I
Yeah.
get that, especially after at that, I don't want to say that age, but like you said, you go through a divorce or menopause or your kids are grown now.
It's usually
Like,
midlife.
yep, you're no longer the mom, you're back to being
Yeah,
who you are. I get you.
absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's like it's finding who am I with? Because I mean, the wife, the mother, the sister, the worker, the business owner, the whatever, the healer, it's a role that they're playing. It's not who
Right.
we are, essentially. And we have identified our whole lives as the mother or, the work, the stay-at-home mum or, the successful business owner. And, when that business is gone, who are they? Like I see this all the time too, when businesses collapse or they sell and it's like, I don't know who I am anymore.
Right.
People just get lost.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you feel too, it's almost like they've been offline for a while,
totally.
and then all of a sudden now that they can come back online because it's a
Yeah,
comeback to yourself, like you have
yeah,
the time almost?
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. Absolutely. That's exactly it,
Mm.
and that's the numbing out. They go offline to be of service to everyone else but themselves.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the space is there and they've got no one else to be with but themselves. And that's when everything comes online. But it can be really overwhelming to the system.
Right.
Also confusing. And, when you start hearing that voice inside of you, like we all have a quiet voice inside of us that so many of us ignore. And we often listen, when you have that hit of intuition or you're wanting to make a decision, there's a quiet voice. And then there's the louder one that comes through. It's like, oh no, maybe we shouldn't be doing that, and it's like that's fear based. It's that quieter voice underneath that all of a sudden they can hear again. And that causes confusion too. It's like, well, I don't know what I'm doing. So I help them really understand how to listen to that quiet voice again and learn how to trust it. And as they're connecting into, that energetic flow, it's just an energetic flow that's inside of them. They essentially learn to trust themselves again through that process.
It almost feels equivalent, like the visual that's coming up for me is like almost like a seven-layered salad is how it
Yeah,
feels like when you have this big explosion and then all of a sudden there's all these layers of like
yeah,
grief and confusion and
yeah,
death of yourself and the death of
yeah,
things that you've been connected to.
yeah.
And then, just as you're sharing too, because I've actually had that same experience when our daughter, graduated and then we all
Mm,
moved. And then, same thing. Who am I without being, you know, Madeline's mom?
yeah,
Or I'm not this sports mom anymore, and I'm not this. And just trying to find yourself, even though you've been there the
yeah.
whole time, but then you just had to put it on pause because
Mm,
of other
No,
things that you've been doing.
but it
mm,
also frees up a lot of your time. Like all of a sudden you
yeah,
have not maybe not a lot, but you generally will have more time because they're more
yeah,
independent.
Right.
yeah. Oh, a lot more time.
Yeah.
When they
And
leave home, a lot more
yeah,
time.
and in the downtime, that's hard because when you're used to being busy, it would be
Yeah,
like running a marathon, and then when you're done, you're thinking, okay,
yeah,
well, now what? And then it's
yeah,
quiet. And then just like you're
yeah,
sharing in the quiet moments, you know,
yeah.
like, oh, am I going crazy? Because now I can hear that voice. Like I
Mm-hmm.
haven't heard it, or
That's
I
it.
haven't had these feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we hear that voice, but also in the busyness, we find our worth. So when we're not busy and we sit in the quietness, it's so uncomfortable. Like this is where change happens, right? But
Yeah.
often we sort of want to abandon ourselves. So we start, I see a lot of women that even with kids help others. They become the martyr, like the one that fixes, the one that everyone goes to, right? The
Yeah.
kids leave home and then they become an even bigger martyr to everyone else. And it's like, oh, but I have to be there. These people need me. And it's like, well, who are you without being needed like that? Like this is how, they feel like they need them, but actually it's the other way around. It's, because we don't do anything that doesn't serve us. This
Yeah.
is how they receive love and how they find their worth, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, and even like shedding that. So being able to learn how to sit in that void, even just for a little bit, in that like it's fucking uncomfortable,
So
like
uncomfortable. Like,
so uncomfortable.
yes. And that's with the
And
capital F, not even a PH.
no, no, capital F, like
Capital F,
10
bold.
exclamation marks after
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. I've been through many dark nights of the soul. This one, and I've always said I'm so grateful for my dark nights of the soul. I don't say that during one, but afterwards, because this is the work that I do, and oh, gosh, I get to eat my own medicine. I have recently, 3 years ago, I had an 18-year relationship breakdown through betrayal, and I I had so many intuitive moments that I ignored, and there was, I went through this process of really unpacking everything, and I pushed my intuition aside. I stopped reading. I almost stopped teaching for a bit because I was like, if I can't listen to, and if I can't trust my own intuition, who am I to teach others to listen to it?
Mm.
And for me, what I know now is that I had to go through that because I really, truly felt what it was like for the first time in my life, actually, to
Yeah.
not trust myself, like my intuition, because my
Mm.
intuition has always been my guide.
Right.
And then I realized how much through that 18 years I did not listen to it. And I was like, wow.
Mm.
So I don't know if I shared this with you, but I walked a Camino. I don't know if you know what the Camino is in Spain. So it's the Francis is 800 kilometers, which is, I don't know, 400, 350, 400 miles. And I
Wow.
walked that, and someone said to me, "What are you running from?" And I said, "I'm not running from any, I can't fucking run from anything. The only thing I'm here with right now as I'm walking is myself in the path, that like there's no escaping what's coming up from me.
Yeah.
I have to face off against it." And it was the
Wow.
most, I've got goosebumps. It was the
Same.
most spiritual experience of my life. And when I say spiritual, spirit to me is inside of us. So it brought me home to myself. And through that journey, I really came home and I allowed myself to be spirit led. And I really, for the first time, thinking that my whole life had been spirit led, it wasn't.
Mm.
Like now, my life is spirit led, and I had so many signs and so much guidance. And you know, I didn't stop at 800 kilometers. I did another, I don't know, 500. And I've been back. I've probably done 1,000 miles in a 12-month period through France and Spain
Wow.
on different Camino pilgrimages for myself, not for anything else. And I remember, and I had lots of experiences like this, but I had this day where I had the highest ascension. Now, I'd done no training before I did this. I just was told that I was going. I heard this voice that I was going, and I said I was going in June. I walked out on the 4th of June 2 years ago. And I remember there was this one day I walked up this bloody great big mountain. Like, we don't have mountains here in Australia. What we call mountains are like anthills, to the Pyrenees and the glacier region
Yeah.
in Spain. And my feet were sore. I had blisters. I didn't know how much further to go. And you just like, you walk, I walked by myself, there was a pathway and you just literally followed the signs, all right? And the signs were yellow arrows. And I get to this sign and one yellow arrow is pointing this way and the other's pointing this way. And I'm like, that's no bloody good. Talk about confusion. How am I meant to know? And I look up and there's like maybe 100 meters up, 50 meters. I don't know what that is in, I don't know, feet. I don't know what that is in feet.
Yeah.
It's a fair way up.
Yeah.
But my feet were so sore, right? And I was like, there's another post up there, and that post up there has an arrow. I can't see the arrow, and I don't know if it's pointing this way or this way. I was like, for God's sake, can you just give me a sign? And when I said that, this bird came down, it flew past me, and it went and sat on the post that was miles away from me where I couldn't see the arrow. I was like, I still have no idea which way that arrow is pointing. The bird literally, as I said that, came up and the post had, like I said, one arrow that way, one arrow that way. It came up, sat on the arrow going that way and dropped something on its butt.
Did it poop?
And I was like, that's exactly what it did. It pooped on the arrow going that way. And I was like, thank you. So the other way I went.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And it was the right way. It was the right way. And that, there's a saying that the Camino always provides. And I was like, this is the thing. We just have to ask and be willing to see, where we're being guided. And I just trusted those signs. Like, there's no tomorrow. So, yeah.
How long did it take you to do that?
The first part, so all up, I think I was walking 45 days. I had about a 5-day break in between, but then I went and did another, I think maybe it was 56 days in total with a 5-day break. Yeah, so I did 3 different walks over there, and then last year I went back to Le Puy-en-Velay in France, and I was the first Australian in February in the middle of winter. Why? I have no idea. To walk out of Le Puy-en-Velay in France, and I got about 1,500 kilometers into that, which is, what's that in miles? 700-800 miles, maybe.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And then came home. Yeah.
I can feel that too. Like I can feel like what that journey was for you.
Yeah.
Like it makes me want to cry for you, knowing how beautiful that was, and just to get back into like there's like you're saying there's a spirit connection, and then there's like when you realize like spirit led what that really means, and then there's just like a new trust, and then you are like in love with the process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I trust. I've seen, the most humbling part of what I do when I teach people to connect with spirit, source, their psychic, their intuitive abilities, is they come home to themselves, right? They literally come back to source. Source is essentially who you are as your true authentic self. And I love the process. It's messy as all hell. But it's so beautiful. And there was times I wanted to give up. I stopped one day and I was like, I'm done. I can't go any further. And I was breaking down. I was crying. No one was coming to rescue me. Like I'm in the middle of some mountain and I'm like, I'm done. I don't want to go any further. And I still had probably 10 kilometers at least to walk that day before I could actually really give up, because I was in the middle of the bush.
Yeah.
Even if you gave up, you still have to go that
I still have to go there,
you're
right?
done, but you still gotta go. Yeah.
Right. And I had little rules that when if I got to a town, I was like, okay, I'm done for the day. I'll walk to the next town, just to push myself a little bit further, to remind myself that I can always do more than what I think I can. And I remember that day I'd broken down. I was crying. I was a mess. And I finally got up. And literally, as I got up, I looked at the next tree, and on that tree, someone had handwritten a sign and like nailed it to there was a nail. I don't know. It was on the tree somehow, and it said, "Don't quit before the miracle." And I had that was the day I had my biggest breakthrough. After that, I was like, I've had it. I never had tattoos in my life. I've got it tattooed on my arm in Spanish. Don't quit before the miracle, as a reminder. Like every time you want to quit, It's like go to bed, sleep on it, wake up, and if you feel the same way, okay. But if you don't, you never felt the same way the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I have chills. I call them
Yeah.
truth bumps. My little
Yeah, me
truth bumps.
too. That's what I call them. I
I
do it
love
when I'm
that.
reading. I'm like, I got the truth bumps.
I love that.
Yeah.
One time, one of my friends said it was like skin braille, like skin
Yeah.
braille on your little skin braille, like
Love
for
that. Yeah.
messages. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I love that too.
Yeah.
Yes, I love your description too of saying that's coming home because I think a lot of people always
Mm.
feel like things are on the outside of you
Yeah.
when really it's all in here and they don't realize
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
And oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say we're taught to outsource our whole life. Like,
Yes.
and the way to come home to yourself is to learn how to resource, come back
Mm,
within.
yeah.
That's everything. Like that's
And there's
all of my
so
values
many,
is come here.
yes, there's so many people who feel out of alignment and,
Mm,
just feel like, I don't know what's wrong. I feel disconnected. I feel, fill in the blank. And just that description, I feel like can change so many people's lives of just come home,
yes.
right? Like your home
Yeah,
is you.
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
come
I
back
got
into the
chills
body,
all over again.
breathe, and just like close your eyes and just feel, like notice what you feel inside of you, the sensations inside of you. So many of us are disconnected from our bodies. We spend so much time up
Oh,
here. And it's,
yes.
this is where our truth lies. It's
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. I've
Yeah.
recently just started doing like 15 minutes of quiet in the morning,
Mm,
and then it's lovely because then it turns into 30, into 45, into
yes.
60, and then
Yes.
90. And
Yeah.
it's just like
I love that.
time for you to be with yourself. I don't
Yes.
it's such a violation of giving your time to other things and
Right.
people and all the things, right? And so
Hmm.
just that quiet time is so sacred. It's really just a sacred
So
time for,
sacred.
yeah,
Yeah. And I love that you do it for 15 minutes. What I say to people, don't set yourself up for failure, right? So
right.
give yourself a small increment. Like if you haven't gone walking in years and you want to start walking again, just walk to the end of the street. And if you
Yeah,
want to keep going,
yeah,
right? It's like that 15 minutes of quiet. Like just give yourself that 15 minutes. And before you know it, most of the time, you're right. It's like six. Where did that go? It was just an avoid. It felt like 5 minutes. It doesn't feel like an hour. It doesn't feel like 90
right.
minutes when you
Yeah,
can get there.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Sometimes if I go on a walk, it's hot because I have
Yeah.
my black
Yeah.
sheep clothing on, right?
Right.
And Jeff Jones with all his facial hair, yeah, he's got to
Yeah.
take that with him. He goes
Got a
out and walks
choice.
with the chickens. He had chickens and like he goes
Uh-huh.
out and he well, you do more physical stuff, right, Jeffy? You're
Yeah,
like
every
you want
I
to
do a lot
wake
of physical
or
stuff.
longboard or skateboard or walk or ride your bike.
Yeah.
Work.
Yeah.
Did I tell you I got a track thing on my phone and like on the daily, like 14 to 17,000 steps.
Oh
Wow.
wow.
On the daily. That's awesome. You are
That's just
active.
like at work. I'm getting paid for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Free cardio. I got a lot
That's
of
that's
cardio.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
That's
I do come
awesome.
home and I still, I go longboard or I take the dog for a walk most
Mm.
days
Yeah.
at the
When you
minimal.
say longboard, do you mean like the long skateboard or the long
Yep.
surfboard?
Nope. Skateboard.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
you
and I
go
do
into
ride.
like your own meditation doing that, writing that.
That's just fun. Put your earbuds in. Same with walking the dog.
Yeah.
Like I love walking the dog. Just put my earbuds
Mm,
in. That
yeah.
sets the mood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
like when I listen to the birds, you don't realize
Mm,
how many different bird noises you can actually hear, like different calls or,
yeah.
and then it was funny. I went for a walk with our daughter and she said, "Oh, I have a bird app and I have
I was gonna say,
62
yeah.
different bird app, like
Wow.
62 different types of birds. So every time she goes somewhere,
Wow.
she'll open it and then let the bird app tell her how many new bird sounds she's hearing."
Wow. How amazing is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, bringing in the
Yeah.
senses. And that's
Yes.
being with nature. We're all connected and yeah, I think that's beautiful.
Well, do you find too that a lot of people that you either work with or find you that a lot of times like you're saying, they're trying to offline themselves or kind of drowned out different things. And so I feel like we just have so much coming at us, right? Information, different
Hmm.
frequencies, lower vibes.
Hmm.
Even everything from, when you go somewhere, there's music blasting, or,
Oh,
you go to get gas and there's things at the gas pump,
yeah.
or, it's just very overwhelming and it's
Hmm.
overstimulating.
Yes.
And do you find that people have almost like overstimulated systems?
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Totally overstimulated. I teach people to facilitate embodied transformation. And one of the practices I give them, I also give my other students that I teach with psych development, and it's coming back to your center because
Mm.
there's so much going on externally. And
Yeah.
when we can just be aware when we're pulled off our center and come back to it time and time again and just keep coming, it's a really simple meditation. But it's something that once we do it and we become embodied in that, we can actually do that when we're out in those spaces. And we get to choose if it does pull us off center. And well, not if it pulls, we can't choose if it pulls us off center, but what we can do is choose to come back to center.
Hmm.
So people often feel like they have no choice, right?
Yeah.
It's like empaths. Like a lot of people that find me, they say I'm an empath. And I was an empath for years too. But what I know now is that empaths and clairsentients are the same. The difference is that clairsentients have clear boundaries with the energy,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
Whereas empaths are just completely open all the time. And what I find is the majority, 90, I reckon 99% of empaths developed this ability as a protection mechanism when they were in childhood. So they had one or two parents or caregivers that were um, volatile, maybe dysregulated. They had to walk on eggshells, were emotionally unstable. So when you came home from, say, school, you'd have to push your energy out there and feel into, and this was done very subconsciously, the energy would go out. So you knew when you got home if you had to go straight to your room and be quiet, or if you could just flop on the couch and be a normal kid. And what happens is, as we grow up into adulthood, we don't lose that ability. So basically, we're leaving our energy wide open. So these people say they feel everything. And it's not
Yeah.
that people are draining them, they're actually pushing their energy out in the world to see if it's safe to be. So when
Hmm.
they learn to close that off, one, they have choice again, right? And they
Yeah.
can they can bring that back in. But a lot of them don't feel safe
Yeah.
doing that. Or this is another persona, this is another identity that they create. I am the empath,
Mm.
and I get it. Like I was that for years, but the most freeing thing I found was learning how to really bring that energy back in, and I have control of that now. I
Yeah.
am in control, and I can choose if I want to feel that energy or not. So coming back into like deep alignment and deep integrity with self by bringing that back in. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that because there are a lot of people, I know on my Facebook page and in the podcast world too, that listen to this
Mm.
show, that have expressed that they are empaths and they don't know how
Hmm.
to shut
Yeah.
that off. And just like you're sharing too, it's a safety mechanism, right? Because you don't feel
Yeah.
safe. And so
Yeah.
your energy's out there just like your little tentacles trying to figure things
Yeah.
out the whole time.
That's it.
And how
Yeah.
can you rest when you're in, survival mode all the
Yeah.
time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And,
Yeah.
this is the thing that I hear all the time is, oh, these people are draining me. Like at some point, because I'm all about radical responsibility. Yes, people can be draining you, but we get to, it's like a lot of empaths, a lot of martyrs, a lot of people that like to fix and help everyone. I would say to them, would people take from an empty cup from you? And everyone is like, yes. I'm like, well, stop giving them the fucking cup. People can't
Right.
take from a cup. They're not
Yes.
being handed, right?
Yes.
And it's like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, like it's such a wake up call.
Right.
So,
And I think people
yeah,
too lose the ability to realize you have a choice.
yes,
And they feel stuck and that they don't
yeah,
have a choice, but the thing is you always have a
yeah.
choice. And
We
your
always have
choice is
choice.
giving the cup.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
So
exactly right.
that's why, like, I try to get a smaller cup because I just want an A cup, not a B cup.
Yeah. Oh, I wish I had an A cup or a B cup
Just
or a C cup, but
stop, stop giving people your double D cup and make it
uh,
smaller. Like, give them
right,
the little like Dixie cup,
right.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes, Jeff has a sip out of his cup.
yeah.
And in the one thing that I say to people is, it's okay to want to give to people,
Sure.
but you need to give to yourself first, right?
Right.
Otherwise, you just can. So I use a cup and saucer analogy. Make sure your cup is full. Don't give when your cup is full. You need that cup overflowing, and the saucer catches what's left. You give
Yes.
from the saucer. You don't give from the cup. You give the overfloweth
Oh,
bit.
I love that.
Mm,
I love that.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
How do you feel about crystals?
I love crystals.
Because I put those in my cups, my bra cups, and I call them booby rocks. And so, like, that's how I feel like I control the
Yeah,
narrative and my energy when I go out. So I put like
yeah,
certain booby rocks on one side and certain booby
yeah,
rocks on the
yeah,
other, and then I
yeah,
just blast that energy. Like if I'm in a supermarket sweep and I got to get in and out, I got to put all the
yeah,
rocks in. Don't tell me your whole life
yeah,
story. I
yeah.
just need to
Oh,
get
you
to
get
get.
that too. I don't get that anymore. I used to get that all the time. But,
Yes.
I'm a crystal whore at the best of times. I love my crystals. I love them. But here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
We don't want to, I don't want to put out there that we need to outsource. Crystals don't give us
No.
energy.
Right.
Crystals remind us what
Yes.
energy is inside of us. So when we're
Yes.
filling our bras up with like carnelian for grounding and like, I don't know, shungite for protection and
Right.
amethyst for, I don't know, clarity with spiritual downloads and whatever,
Yeah.
it is just to me what it's doing is reminding not our mind, but our energy. It's sort of, setting that intention that this is the energy within that's coming out. So yeah, I've just got this image of you with your like Wonder Woman outfit on and these rainbow, like a Care Bear rainbow shooting coming out of your bra. Like,
So you know what's so funny? That's not even a joke because listen, I have trading cards and I have a Wonder
oh
Woman
my
costume on
God, look
right
at
in there.
that.
Yes, and just like my little booby rock energy blasting out of there. It
Yes.
probably looks like
Love
I
it.
have like 10 nipples. Not that Jeff Jones wants to hear that, but
Oh,
like it's just,
who wants to
because I
have
got all my rocks in.
two? God, yeah, 10, bring it. Fun. No wonder you're
Oh,
smiling all the time.
yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So that's amazing. But yes, I do love that you say that because a lot of people ask, oh, do you believe that, crystals have energy or, but I think
Hmm.
they, just like you're saying, I feel like they're an amplifier
Yeah,
of
that's it.
what's
That's
already
exactly it.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's already there. Yeah, they definitely hold energy, and yeah, they're an amplifier. Is exactly what they
Yeah.
are. Yeah.
Yeah. So I like to high kick and then I feel like my booby rock just like energetically high kicks for me before I get there.
Nice.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Love it.
But what's very interesting too is little kids are very funny. Do you have kids that will find you or say things to you or um do they I feel like they can see my energy
Yeah.
easier.
They do. Kids
Yeah.
do. Kids do. Because they haven't been shut down by society, not all of them.
Yeah.
And, I love when I meet a child that's really like connected.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I find that fascinating. But what I find more fascinating is who are your parents?
Yes.
Because that wouldn't be so like they wouldn't be so connected if their parents were shutting it down. And
Right.
every single time I get curious and I meet the parents are very open and very welcoming of the gifts, and they're like, I don't want it shut down like when I was a kid. We talk about this and we talk
Yeah.
about that, and it's
Yeah.
so beautiful to witness.
Yeah. Yeah. Because this is kind of funny on a different level, but because my hair color is crazy all the
Yeah,
time, it changes
yeah,
every week. I'm in my own witness protection program, but
And
some
your
kids,
height.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm
Is she
five
tall
one.
or short?
I'm
I was
five
going to
one.
say you're
She's like
vertically challenged. Okay.
5'1". I'm betting like 4'8".
I'm close to the ground, is what I call
Uh,
it. Yeah.
I'm 5'10".
Let's
Oh,
say she. Oh,
that's amazing. Oh, that's probably taller than Jeff Jones.
Oh, there you go.
I'm 5'10".
He's
Yeah, we're
5'10". We're the
regular
same height.
size. We're regular size
We are
Yeah,
people.
regular size.
Just
yeah,
saying, Jen's like eye
Yeah.
to eye with kids.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's why they.
and they'll run up to me and they're like, "Oh, it's a clown," and I'm like, "Oh, I don't, I don't have any balloons, but I got booby rocks. I don't know. That's what I got." Yeah.
You know what? Everyone has to have booby rocks. Is that
Yeah.
your wallet too?
No, no, I have an
Oh,
actual bag, but that came because one day I was just taking like clothes off in the bathroom, and my daughter heard rocks fall on the ground,
yeah.
and she's like, she was probably 3, and she said, "Oh, you
Okay.
dropped your booby rocks," and I thought. Because I'd never called them, I didn't have any pockets, so
Okay.
I just put them in my bra. And then when
Yeah.
they blew out like marbles all over the bathroom,
Yes,
she's
they
like,
do.
"Oh, your booby rocks, mom." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah. That's stuck.
Yeah,
That's
so
stuck.
maybe you can incorporate that into some of your black sheep teachings. You know,
Yeah,
you have to have,
absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely. Well, I just think there's a whole range there now called booby rocks. And
right.
yeah,
I
yeah,
know. Yeah, I
yeah.
should probably just start a line of so much Genergy booby rocks.
Right.
I feel
Beautiful.
like
I love it.
that would be a weird search on the internet for that.
Hmm. Maybe.
Oh
Not
my
sure you get
gosh.
so many spiritual people there, but
Yeah, yeah. Oh
yeah,
my gosh. So, just a few more questions for you, if that's okay.
go for it.
Um, how do you feel like when people are still offline and then they're coming to you and they haven't really yet tapped into their intuition or their abilities? Um, well, I guess do you feel like because if you're like they're attracted to you on an energetic level.
Mm,
Do you feel like they know they have abilities but they haven't tapped into them just yet, or because
totally.
yeah, they were
Yeah,
just been turned
totally.
off?
Yeah, and I've had people, I've had people come into my programs that are like, I just found you on TikTok and I was just scrolling and then you were in my feed and then all of a sudden you were all in my feed and then I was like, she's talking sense. This is making sense. And like 3 days later, they signed up to a program.
Oh
And I'm
yeah,
like, well, what did you feel before those 3 days? They're like, I don't even think this, I don't want my friends to know that I'm here right now because they'll think
right.
I'm going through something. They'll probably think I'm having a breakdown.
Yeah,
But, a breakdown is a breakthrough. And
yeah,
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 yeah, they know.
yeah. And it's time to stop time to stop hiding, right? Like, just be
Yeah,
your true self. Just do your own
right.
thing.
Yeah.
It's so much
And
easier.
And if you need to shrink yourself, I say to people, if you are right now, if you're hiding, you're shrinking yourself to fit into other people's life, to make yourself more palatable to them. You're dimming your shine. Don't dim your shine.
Yeah,
If they want you around and you're shining too bright, they can choose to put on sunglasses or they can choose to turn their back. And
yeah,
either is fine in my world. Like I've lost people in my life because I chose to be who I am. And I just, and not that it was, it wasn't because we had some big fallout, but they just didn't understand it. Maybe it didn't align with their values anymore. But, for me, I really need to, I teach people to be in integrity with themselves. And
hmm,
for me to show up in my world, I need to be in integrity with myself. I am what you see is what you get. Like
yeah,
I'm an oversharer. I share everything about my life because I've been through so much and what I find, and people say this to me all the time, I learn so much from your stories because I don't just trauma dump, right?
right,
I share my story, but I also share the bit that I'm taking responsibility for, my takeaway and,
right,
all the things. So
yeah.
um yeah, I think
Well, just to
Yeah.
share too, I think there's a connection in that, right? And that's what people want. That's what they're looking
Right.
for, is just to
Yeah.
say, yeah, I get that. And even like now, just getting chills, like, when you're telling your
Yeah.
walking story, like I can feel that for you, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And it's amazing that you can be in Australia and here we are, in two different states and just be chit-chatting and then still
Right.
feel that same connection and energetically feel it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah. I think
yeah.
it's amazing. And, I think I was going to say something then. It's just sort of slipped out of my mind. It's gone. It'll come back.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
That's probably the menopause. Jeff Jones has menopause too.
Right.
So,
Menopause.
yeah.
I think men have menopause. Well, women have men on pause. Sorry,
Yeah.
menopause, not men on pause.
Did you call it men on pause?
Yeah.
Well, you probably paused, man, after your situation, right? So that's on hold. Yeah.
Me. No, I've got
After
another man in
last
my
year.
life
After
now, but
last
I've
year.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say
3 years
probably the
ago.
opposite.
Yeah, I went through, let's just say I went through a very a very interesting time. I needed to find who I was again. I didn't think I was attractive. I didn't think I was a sensual being. I didn't think I could be intimate. And
Oh,
I was like, show me. It wasn't me. It
yeah.
wasn't me.
Okay.
So yeah,
So,
I
so
learned I have a
welcome
beautiful
back.
man in my life now, and
Yeah. Welcome back to
sometimes
you.
we just have to do this. Go on a
Yes.
journey, find ourselves, find out who we are, because we are sensual beings too, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And
Mm.
it's part of being creative, right? That's like your solar plexus and
Exactly.
that's your creative area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta
Yeah.
drop back into that.
Yeah.
So would you
Sorry, are
say
we on
that
another podcast?
would you say that you're into it?
Into which
In,
part?
It
into it.
him?
Intuitive.
It. I'm definitely into it now. I used to. So I have no. So I have to remember that we're in this spiritual. So my previous to being a psych and development coach, I was a love, sex, and relationship coach.
Oh,
I have no problem talking about intimacy. I just have to remind myself of the spaces that I'm in, the audience that's there, because I don't know your audience. But
Oh, they're here
yeah,
for it.
women,
Yeah.
embrace yourselves. We are sensual beings, and this is this is another thing. People come into my world trying to find out who they are. They've
Right.
they've lost all of it. They've lost connection to that part of
Yeah.
themselves. From
Yeah.
here down.
Right. Yeah. And here up should not be making decisions.
No. No, our
You know what I
bodies
mean?
are our yeses and our nos, but we
Right.
can't hear when it's numbed out and it's
Yeah.
disconnected. We don't feel it
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah. I've had a
Yeah,
few people reach out too, and they say, I think they're trying to ask me intuitively, how do I feel about this question? And when I
yeah,
push it back to them and just say, well, how does that feel in your body?
yeah.
And they're like,
Yes,
oh,
that's what I say. I
yeah,
teach people to listen, to hear. Yeah,
yeah,
it
yeah.
does. Is it
Well, how
feel
does that feel for
contracting or
you?
expansing?
Yeah. I can tell you that's
Yeah,
not going to work out, girl, but hey, I
yeah,
need you to know that in your body.
and right, and that sometimes I wonder, is because and I do read for people. I don't give people direction. I look at what the shadow piece is, what it is that they're not seeing inside of,
Hmm.
the situation, and like lots of other different pieces. And the guidance, there's often a bit of guidance there, but
Sure.
sometimes we're meant to make the wrong decision
Right.
because that's our path. If we don't make that wrong decision, we don't get the learning and
Yes.
we end up here again
Yeah.
and again and again.
And,
And
yeah, and just to
yeah,
add too, I don't want to give an answer because what if they're feeling the energy of my answer and it's
yeah,
not in their body? Like they may be feeling my energy onto
yeah,
them and it's not their
yeah,
energy, if that makes
yeah,
sense. Yeah.
yeah. And there's always a quiet voice, like that quiet voice that is there.
Yeah.
They're looking for validation. And that's like this is that outsourcing
Right.
piece again. Like I will do, 2 or 3 readings for people. But if they keep coming back now month and month, because that used to happen,
Yeah.
I'm like, you need to do my course, you need to do this program, or
Right.
find someone that can teach you,
Yeah.
because at the moment you're outsourcing. Or like, I used to have people go, should I be in this relationship? Should I be doing, like, it was like
Mm.
they were coming to me to answer all their questions. And
Yeah.
that was very early on. And I was like, I started to feel icky in myself, because I was like, that just feels out of integrity.
Yeah.
So teaching people to resource. So, to use oracle cards as a doorway into their own intuition to help them unpack or validate or confirm what's already there
Yeah.
is more empowering than giving them the answers.
Right. Like when
Yeah.
I asked Jeff Jones a question and he says, "How does that feel in your body?" And then I say, "It feels like this." Then
Yeah.
that
Right.
like I don't know, my middle finger just keeps flying up. That's how it feels in my body to you.
I'd say that's a no.
I feel like occasionally I might have intuition, and then I take Rolaids,
You,
What are Rolaids?
antacids.
Oh. Oh, that would mess with your gut.
yes. That's what
Yeah.
he's saying. He thinks
Yeah.
he thinks he's intuitive, but then he shuts it down with some
Yeah.
antacids. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Yeah. This guy.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So
So Jeff is a
oh, I'm
skeptic.
sorry. Yes.
I want
Yes.
to hear Jeff's questions.
Yeah.
I,
He's like, I'm enjoying this conversation. You guys talk about baby rocks and
He's here for
intuition
like
and
Bigfoot and
sexuality and-
aliens, and he's here
Well,
for
let
the
me ask you this.
outsourcing.
I
How does
think we are
somebody-
aliens.
how can somebody tell the difference between like intuition or like say anxiety or a trauma response?
I just did a workshop on this yesterday. I
Oh,
can tell
boom.
you.
See, not a coincidence. He's intuitively.
You knew I was going to ask that question, so she taught a whole class
I did a whole class on this
to
yesterday.
prepare for her answer.
I
Yeah,
love that.
Yeah. So I've already answered this. It's the intuition is the quiet voice. The trauma, the anxiety, the fear is the loud voice. It's the one that comes through from fear, from panic. Like the one, oh my God, you have to do this now. Spirit doesn't give a shit if you do it or not do it. It gives you the guidance and it allows you to choose if you listen or not. And it's learning to choose that choice and decision, because it just is what it's not. Fear and rush and all of that comes from the mind. Our egotistical part of ourselves, that primal part of our brain that hasn't evolved over the eons. Everything else in us has, except for this one piece, and that's designed to protect us. It's doing a job. So the second it comes from fear, that's not intuition.
Yeah.
And
I love
it's
that you
usually
share that
loud.
too. It's almost like your heart, like a heart whisperer is how
Yeah.
it feels. Where it's just
Yeah.
like, because spirit doesn't have to be loud, right? Like you're saying,
No.
like our internal voice is going to be loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's instant. It's the first thing that comes through.
Mm.
Anything after that is not spirit. That's
Right.
like the second guessing, the fear,
Yes.
all the reasons why you shouldn't be doing that first thing.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's the true answer. And then you try
Yeah.
to talk yourself out of
Yeah,
true
because that
answer.
hasn't come from you thinking. The
Right.
rest comes from you thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about like a spirit or like spirit guided or like your intuition? Would you consider that the same as like your higher self?
I love this question. Yeah, so I think so when I feel into the answer of this, as humans, it's easier to understand energy. We compartmentalize it. So we think about spirit guides, archangels. I use dragon energy, our higher self. And when you think about it, you visualize them as a being of some description, right?
Yeah.
To me, it's all us. Just like to me, spirit, God, the universe, to me, it's the same thing. The way I see that is, say this is source energy or God. We are all, you, me, Jeff, we're all these fragmented pieces of source, and we are energetically connected to that. And there's just different vibrations going back up to source. And, you've got your higher self, spirit guides, archangels are just higher vibrational, clearer channels. The human is the dense part, right? But that energy is moving through each and every one of us. But here's the other thing. if we are literally a fragmented piece of source, of God, of the universe, then I am God and God is me, or I am spirit and spirit is me. But also, if you're connected, I am you and you are me. And this is why we mirror so much in
Mm,
life. This is why when you get that, the phone rings, it's like, oh my God, I was literally just thinking about you, right? We're
yeah.
connected. So at some point, the thought of Jeff calling you was part of your energy anyway, because you are Jeff and Jeff is you, right?
Yeah.
I know that's too much for some
No,
people's
no, I love
brains are
that.
like, whoa, but
No,
this is how I feel we actually
yes.
connect and can tune into other people's energy because we are their energy.
I love that too because there's a lot of times when I first started developing like my psychic abilities and mediumship, it was
Mm.
or even like if you think of manifesting, uh
Mm-hmm.
did I think that or did I already know that was going to happen? Like did I make it
Yeah.
happen or did I know it was going to happen?
Yeah.
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 So I
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
the fragmented part that you're talking about
Yeah.
because it seems like yes to both of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're talking about, I love talking about manifestation, but also, like, did I already know it? So I had this experience probably just under 3 years ago, just when I was in the dark, like the darkest period of my life. And I remember I was sitting on a hill at Burley Heads watching the sunrise. I'd been for a walk. I was doing breath work. And then I just had this overwhelming sense of emotion move through me. Um, I felt an energy behind me, a really big, expansive energy behind me. And at the same time, I felt this emotion released. And I was actually filming it. I caught this moment on camera. I didn't catch the energy, but I caught the grief that moved through me on camera. I was just filming my breath work at sunrise. And I remember I just breathed into it. And I had this thought, what are you? And I thought, I don't know if I asked, are you my spirit guides? Are you my archangels? And I just felt this whisper it felt like the energy all moved into my ear. And I had all of these voices, that was the same voice whisper in my ear. You just need to get through today. Tomorrow's a new day. And then you just need to get through tomorrow. On the other side of all this, there's something so much bigger and better for you. You've created the space and it's waiting there. You just need to get over this hill. And what I realized was it was like these future versions of me that at some point I must have been. Um, I feel like I was on the precipice of maybe not even being here anymore.
Oh yeah.
And it saved my life.
Yeah.
And that later that year, I went overseas for 3 months to Europe and just went, I'm just going to travel by myself for the first time ever for 3 months. And I went on, this is when I was like, I'm just going to do my thing. And I had this moment when I was in Scotland, and I remember I caught the afterthought. I was sitting there and I saw myself sitting on that hill, and I leant in and went, it's okay. Trust me, it gets so much better. We're almost there. And I went, oh my God, I did that. And every time I have another big experience, I go back to that version of me and I lean in and I say the same thing. So I'm very aware of it now, but I was doing that unconsciously up until the point I became aware of it. And I just think that was the most powerful thing. Now I'm like trying to work out how to do it with the lotto numbers, but
Right.
that's not working either yet.
Yes.
Sorry, Jeff.
I
When I
love
find out,
that.
I will let you know.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. I love that so much
Hmm.
because what an amazing perspective if you've never even thought about that when people are like, "Oh, just it is what it is. This is the time. You can't change the past. You can't change the future." And the thing is, we're there in all the timelines, right? Like
All of
it's
it.
all
And
parallel.
now the past, like past, present, future, it is
Yes.
all happening right now. Do you think
Oh,
that too? Oh my
yes.
God, I've got goosebumps again.
Same.
True bumping.
Yes. That's so amazing because as you were sharing that, I'm like, yes, so that was my question about the higher self. Like, is it really your
Yeah.
higher self? Is it a vibration? Is it you in a different timeline? Because
Mm.
so a specific situation came up where, I was just traveling, and when you're driving and you're just kind of like unconscious, and I'm sitting at a
Always.
red light. And you know how like you're like, oh, okay, I'm just waiting for this red light, and I'm just kind of looking at the light, right? I'm
Yeah.
ready for it to turn green. I know I'm the first vehicle, and I literally hear it loud, and this was not like yelling, but it was
Mm.
a stern self voice saying, "Don't go." And I
Mm.
didn't. I just stayed on the brake, even when the light turned green, and this big, huge SUV blasted through the red light. I mean, I probably
Wow.
would have literally been killed. Yes.
Yeah.
And that's so crazy because I literally heard my own voice say that.
Mm.
And I remember thinking, like, how is that even possible? Like, does my spirit team have my own voice?
Yeah.
Nobody wants this child voice. you know but I love
Yeah.
that you shared that is
Yeah.
just a like, it's you in a different
Right.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And who's to, like this could be it could be so many things. It could be another timeline of you that actually went and went, oh my God, don't go, and like tried to hit
yeah,
the brake or something, and
right,
then this timeline heard it. And
yeah,
like it could be so many things. It's like
yeah,
deja vu.
yeah,
Oh, I've been here before. Yeah, you have. Like to me, deja vu is like there's another, like the past, the present, the future is happening. So in that moment, we just get a glimpse of the future a split second before it happens, right?
and what's so funny, I love when people say it too, to like let us know,
Yeah,
like, hey, we've done this before,
yeah,
even though I don't
yeah,
remember, but I love to hear that you
yeah,
remember it, so let's do it.
right. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I'm like, I've been here before. I'm not sure I like what happens next.
Yeah. Except in Michigan where we grew up, there was a strip club called Deja Vu, which
Oh
cracks
my
me
gosh.
up every time
Yeah.
because when somebody's like, "Oh, it's Deja Vu," and I'm like, "Oh, you've been
Yeah.
there?
Oh,
Like
you've
you've
been
you've
there?
been to the strip club?" Oh
I
my
love
gosh,
that.
I love that. So we do have some
Oh,
people that have been watching live. I know Chrissy and Tabitha are here, and Tabitha did put the lottery numbers in the chat. So if we need
yes.
those,
Good. Great. Thanks, Tabitha. You've
yep.
got our back.
Yeah, and Kristen was in here too. So that's funny. Christy is in there. Yeah. And
Yeah.
Tabitha. And funny thing, so
Beautiful.
Tabitha hears music. Like in when she
Oh,
does
yeah.
mediumship, she
Clairaudience.
gets a lot of
Yeah.
music for her.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of I've got a few, so I don't do mediumship, but I've trained mediums to listen to their psychic abilities, and a lot of them do
Oh,
hear, they communicate through music. And
yeah.
also even when our clairaudience is activating, often we ask a question in our mind. We might be driving, so it always happens when we're driving,
Yeah.
asking a question, and then the song comes on. It's like,
Yes.
is that the answer? It's like,
Yes,
and
I've
it
actually,
speaks
oh, I
through
just got
song.
chills. I've
Yeah,
had that happen where I
yeah,
literally, I was debating should I leave a job or not. And then I just said, like, just give me a sign if I'm supposed to leave this job. And I'd been there, I think, 17
yeah,
years, and I was driving, and I literally
yeah,
thought, man, it's a beautiful day. And then sure enough, it's a beautiful day by U2 came right on immediately.
yeah.
Immediately, and I
Love it.
started screaming like, "You can't even make it up!"
Yes,
I was
you
like, okay,
can.
I'm out.
I
I'm
still
out.
say that. I say that in reading. I'll be doing a reading, and like they'll ask a question, and I'm like, I don't do yes no questions. And the one I have got a yes in the deck,
Yeah.
and often if they ask a question and I get a yes, I'm like, shit, damn. Here you go. Can't make this up. Can't make this up.
Right. Oh my gosh. I love that so much. Well, can you share where or like the types of classes or workshops
Yeah.
or whatever you're doing, hand signs, whatever
Yeah.
you're doing
Beautiful.
and where to find you?
Beautiful. So I am on, you can find my personal page on Facebook.
Okay.
Also the Black Sheep, which is with me and Josie. Josie's my co-founder.
Okay.
We started the Black Sheep. On Instagram, we have the Black Sheep. So Black Sheep Collective is actually the handle for Facebook and Instagram with two E's because, someone had actually used it and never used the handle, but now we can't either.
Okay.
And on
That's
TikTok,
weird because I'm on Instagram at the Lone Wolf with
The Lone Wolf.
with two F's.
Two F's, the silent F.
The silent.
I added it to the wolf.
You took it from Jeff and
These are
added to
lies. You
He
are
was
not in
lonely.
integrity
The lone wolf.
right now, sir. Oh my
I love
gosh. Oh, good times.
I love it.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Beautiful.
Continue.
Sorry,
Go ahead. Go
your
ahead.
And over on
TikTok.
TikTok, you can find me on TikTok at We Are Black Sheep.
Oh, I love that.
I've got nearly 600,000 followers over there. I've got I love TikTok as a platform, video platform, little like short snippets of stuff. So I have a lot
Yeah.
of fun there. And you can find my link in bio. I've often got free masterclasses going. I've got some fairly, really affordable online programs. I've got a 12-week program coming up, which is Awaken Your Intuition. It's a really deep dive. It's not
Ooh.
just your psychic abilities, you'll learn oracle cards, but underneath that all, it's like a personal transformation journey as well, coming home to self. So, yeah, there's lots of stuff happening.
I
Nice.
love that. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like we're definitely going to connect again. And
Yes. This has been
yes.
fun. This
I
has
was
has to be the
wonderful
best
having you on
podcast
here.
I've ever been on. You guys are
Yeah.
such a laugh. I love it. You're
Yeah.
not so serious.
Yeah. I know Jeff Jones, before you came on, he's like, she seemed pretty serious. Like, this is,
Nah.
like, I sent him your bio and stuff, and he's like,
No,
she's
good.
pretty serious. And I was like, I said, well, I've been chit-chatting with her. It's been fun.
Nah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm far from serious.
My
I might
motto
look that
is,
way
I'm
online.
fun, and I put the FU in fun.
Yeah. I like that. I like that.
And then Jeff Jones. That's it.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Just happy to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love
Awesome.
it. I
Well,
love it.
hey,
Well,
it
sorry
was-
we didn't talk about Bigfoot because, if we come back, I would like to hear about Bigfoot. We don't have Bigfoot here. Well, apparently
Oh.
there might be one.
Yeah. Yeah. Jeff
Don't you
Jones
have the
loves
skunk ape?
A what?
The skunk ape?
skunk ape.
Never heard of
No.
that.
No. Yeti?
Hmm. No,
Maybe
that's
it's a
over in the-
Yeti.
Yeti's
Oh.
in the Himalayas.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Oh,
I'm
Is there
really
one
trying
in-
to remember.
is there a different
There's
one in
something
Scotland?
over there.
yeah, we've got a. Yeah, there is one in Scotland. I know that we've got a black panther,
Hmm.
a big cat somewhere. I don't know
oh,
because we don't have tigers and lions, but
oh, yeah. Oh,
or
no.
panthers. But
Yeah. But yeah, we'll have to have you
Mhm.
back. Maybe Jeff Jones can put
Yeah.
together like an alien workshop or like a
oh
cryptids,
yes, bring it.
something. Maybe how to
I
tap
think
into
we are
your
aliens.
alien symbol for Jeff
Oh.
Jones. Maybe you could do that.
Yeah.
Which
then-
alien
What?
race aligns with your
Oh.
horoscope?
Oh, what is it? Do you talk about? Oh, tell me. Let's talk.
I'm not going to have to research this.
He
Oh,
doesn't have it
God.
ready yet.
No.
Maybe Kristy will
Ah.
sign up for your alien workshop.
Oh,
Maybe.
Yeah.
Get a
Yeah.
free sticker.
Awesome.
Handmade on duct tape.
Love it.
Oh, sweet.
Duct
And
tape.
it's on a little popsicle stick. So you can wave it when you're at your
Love
railings.
it.
Yep.
Love it.
Yeah.
Brought
It
to you
comes with
by
Yeah.
a little light, too, for the aliens to find you.
brought to you by I Am Lone Wolf.
I am Lone Wolf with our little duct tape alien stickers and our booby rocks.
Oh, yeah,
We're
yeah.
gonna do just
Yeah.
fine. Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Be careful with the pointy ones. Those hurt.
they do.
Oh my gosh, Kristy,
Love it.
this has been amazing. We'll put all the links below, and then definitely check Kristy out if
Perfect.
you're trying to tap into your intuition, workshops, and all the things. So we're super
Yeah.
excited to have met you
Ooh.
and appreciate your time.
Oh, thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure being here.
Yeah,
Oh,
thanks, and thanks
thanks for
everybody
coming
for
on.
being here live. Yes, we
Thank you.
appreciate
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love it.
Okay,
Ooh.
I'm gonna stop the live stream.
You don't know.
which is always so weird. It always just is like you go and then you're trying to shut it off and then it doesn't stop. I don't know. It's
200 and
silly.
something episodes, and she still doesn't know how to end them.
I know.
They get ended in stages.
Yeah. Or
They
I'm
do.
just cracking up. It's the same thing with my live videos. I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm like, I think
I
I'm
don't
live.
know.
I don't know. It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
gosh.
It's like when I'm recording TikToks, if I often take my glasses off because they leave a funny shadow, but that's a whole other story. And I'll get to the end. I do it in like little bits, and I get to the end, and all I've got is me on the screen going, and I've missed all of the recorded bits, and I've got all the in between bits. I'm like,
You're like, no,
what?
that's not what was supposed to happen. Oh my
Oh, yeah.
gosh. Oh man. Good times. Well, this was so much fun. So much fun.
Yes, it was.
That was a good time. Good time.
Good
Beautiful.
times.
I love it.
Yes.
Thank you guys. I
Yeah.
appreciate you so much. I
Yeah.
Thanks
love
for
that.
coming on.
Yeah, come back anytime. If you have
Beautiful.
something new popping up or you want to
Yeah.
advertise anything or, talk about something different, feel free. Just let
Yeah.
us know and we'll make that happen.
Wonderful.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right.
Well, thanks so
You
much. I
enjoy
hope
what's left of
everything
your
goes.
day.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah.
goes great with your dad. And
Yeah, thank you.
if there's anything too that we can do to support you and what you have going on, just let us know. We're happy
Yeah.
to do that. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Jeff Jones makes like fake commercials for our podcast. And
Yeah.
so what do we have? Like
They are real
He's like,
commercials.
they're not
There's real.
they're
I've
not
made.
well, they're
fake.
real
I saw
commercials for
that.
fake
They're not fake.
products. Like we don't have we don't have sponsors, so we
Bread
just
is
he makes
real?
our own.
Bread is a real product. So
Oh,
You
is
got
blue.
Booty Rocks now.
Yeah. Oh, Booby Rocks tube socks. He's done a commercial for tube socks.
I had a great sensual one about amethyst.
Beautiful.
It was about February and
Oh,
love.
you know what though? You did have
Oh.
Jeff Jones, as much as he doesn't believe in, he's a skeptic on some things. He did put together a whole series of meditation for men,
Yeah.
and
Good.
it was like chainsaws and
You
helicopters.
meditate to sounds of like helicopter whirling blades.
Manly
or
sound.
chain-
Yeah.
Right?
exactly. And everyone was brought to you by an essential oil,
Yeah.
motor oil, bar and chain oil, linseed oil. Everyone was brought to you by a different oil.
Yeah.
Oh,
So see,
I love
he
that.
brings the skeptic part to the woo woo,
Yeah,
and then
I
it's
love
a
it.
good merge.
It's
Yeah,
a good. I love it. I love
Yeah.
it.
it's fun.
I love it.
Oh my
See, I
gosh.
wasn't too woo though, was I?
No.
Oh, no, you're all right.
No.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No. I don't think we have anything
too
too
woo.
woo. Yeah.
No,
I mean, we've had like
no.
death doulas on
Make it
here.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Awesome.
Very cool.
Right.
All
Okay,
right,
Toots.
guys. I
Well,
need
hey.
a coffee.
Yeah. Get a coffee. Yeah. Have a great day. Thanks so much. It was great
I
meeting you.
will. You too, guys.
Okay.
Bye.
Thanks.
Thank
See
you.
ya. Bye.
Hey.
What's up? I got to pee really bad.
Oh, do you? Oh, okay.